What's up guys, how's it going? Today I just wanted to have a chat about Held Let Loose as a game and how it fits in the current gaming market. In my opinion, it has quite a unique position which has both its strengths and weaknesses. This doesn't seem to make it easy for the devs either. So as an extended topic in this video, I'd like to discuss the ways to increase Held Let Loose's player base, and I'm sure you guys also have opinions on this. So where does Held Let Loose sit in the market right now? First-person shooters are one of the most popular gaming genres out there, most focusing on a specific type of gameplay, which is getting your KD up despite having a greater objective. But more importantly, they're focused on getting a lot of action and rewards within a short amount of time. Call of Duty, Battlefield, BattleBit, but even games like Counter-Strike, Apex Legends, Rainbow Six Siege, you name it. Many of these games can be really tactical and objective based, but matches are generally short, or there's some other type of mechanic that makes it relatively fast paced. Held Let Loose is one of the rare games that don't focus on the fast pace. Rounds can often take up to 1.5 hours, you really have to think ahead and set yourself up for good moves, and good positioning is more important than fast reflexes. The focus on a slower pace makes things possible that are impossible in a fast-paced game. In Held Let Loose you are part of a greater goal, doing side missions such as flanking and building garrisons that benefit a greater goal. You can explore giant maps, have some unlikely adventures that you would never have in other games. This is Held Let Loose's strength, but also its challenge. The main criticisms of the game are that it's a walking simulator, it's boring, and that you die a lot. And of course the bugs and glitches. In order to resolve these criticisms, it seems like the devs had an easy fix in mind. Make the game more fast-paced by changing the running speed, introducing a quicker and shorter game mode, letting go of historical accuracy, and basically making the game into a run-of-the-mill shooter. This should attract more players, right? Yeah, it could, but it would kill off the existing community, and there are other games out there that do the fast-paced approach much better. It would basically kill its soul. I'm not completely sure what the mindset of the devs behind their decisions was, and this is completely my personal impression and that of many other members of the community, but it seems like this was the case. It surely was a complete disconnect with the fanbase and a step away from Held Let Loose's unique strengths. Held Let Loose takes up quite a special place in the gaming market. It's much slower paced than your average FPS, but there is a world of other slow paced shooters out there. Games like Squad, Arma, DayZ, Tarkov and many more. These games, however, are way more hardcore to get into than Held Let Loose. Held Let Loose strikes a fine balance between these two worlds, and in my opinion the focus should be on maintaining this balance. And even better, I truly believe there's still an enormous number of people that would be interested in playing this type of game, even without a tremendous amount of new content. And on top of that, it's the only proper tactical shooter that's even out on the consoles, if you don't count Insurgency Sandstorm. The criticisms of being a walking simulator, being boring, and the player dying a lot are fair. It is true, I also didn't touch the game for months after I bought it initially, but now I have a YouTube channel about it. But there are other ways of tackling these issues, and I believe they should be the main focus for improving. And by the way guys, there's quite many regular viewers of my channel if I may believe the stats, so that means that there's quite a big chance that you didn't subscribe yet, even though you do watch my videos, so help a brother out and get me to 10k subs please. The Held Let Loose gods will bless you. In essence, most of the issues with Held Let Loose are not necessarily inherent to the game. It doesn't have to be a walking simulator if your squad has plenty of garrisons and outposts to spawn at. It doesn't have to be boring either if you have these, so you can be close to the action most of the time. Dying a lot will always happen if you play the objective, but this is much less frustrating if you have good spawns and a squad to banter around with. It's a unique game, so it's obvious that new players don't really understand it, and especially since there's no good onboarding in Held Let Loose. The devs are currently working on a firing range and whatnot, which is a good start, but for understanding most of the game's mechanics, players need to rely on things such as YouTube guides and other players explaining it to them. Apart from the education aspect, there's also a lack of incentives. People might understand how to play it, but actively choose not to, which is the case for many level 10 squad leaders now for example. This is a critical point, and as long as it's not resolved, the criticisms of the game stay very prominent, so the sooner this is fixed, the less people will quit playing. I generalize, but for people to truly enjoy a good round of Held Let Loose, there needs to be squad leaders and a commander with a mic that know how to play this game. The way the infrastructure behind it is currently set up, squad leaders don't have an incentive to continue squad leading when they reach level 10, as you need to spend a lot of time with other classes in order to unlock their loadouts. If you keep playing squad leader, you don't progress at all, and the loadouts of the other roles stay locked. This system makes sure less people who potentially can be a squad leader will squad lead, thus decreasing the quality of matches across the entire game. The same goes for the commander, and with this role it's even the case that if there are no communicating squad leaders, it makes it incredibly frustrating. And don't get me started on the general quality of life for these roles, such as managing your squad when you're dead. So to summarize, certain systems in the game right now are the game's own worst enemy, and should be fixed to have a direct impact on the player base and longevity. If these systems get improved, the existing content in the game will improve as a whole, and fresh content is less important to maintain the attention of players. There's no similar game in the market anyway. This brings us to the bugs and glitches, which could also impact the player base. Reducing frustration and increasing quality should be a top priority, and I do believe this is the case for the devs, if I may believe the AMA and other information that came out. Especially performance and optimization directly impacts if people can even play the game, and the frustration of getting stuck behind fences makes people rage quit. But one of the most important ones is the voice communication system. In a game that is about large-scale voice communications, this system should be top-notch. Automatically leveled audio volumes, no connection errors, highly customizable and all of that. I do think this is a top priority for the devs, and it's probably really hard to resolve this technically, but this is such an essential part of the complete experience. For me as a content creator, it also impacts how enjoyable my videos are to watch for you guys, as it's really annoying to have a super loud distorted command chat mic ripping through the video. This is also a big reason that players don't want to play as a squad leader, which again directly impacts the player base, as the less squad leaders there are, the overall fun for everyone goes down. There are other things I can mention, such as the arty system and all of that, but the main point I want to drive home is that Hell Let Loose is already an amazing and unique game. Some of the systems that are currently in the game are a liability and should be improved ASAP, which will directly influence the player base. From the AMA, I do get the sense that the devs understand their priorities now, and I'm very optimistic about the future. On Thursday, the next patch will launch. If the foundations of the game's systems gradually get improved and will get new content from time to time, Hell Let Loose has a bright future ahead. In every favorite map list, Quarantine is listed as the most popular one, so maybe it's time for a new urban map, like Battle of Berlin, with some outskirts around it. Anyway, thanks for watching guys. I always appreciate your comments, ideas, and you sons of bitches making fun of my Dutch accent. So what do you guys think would be good ways to increase Hell Let Loose's player base? I'd like to make some content now and then about other games too, but you guys only click on Hell Let Loose videos for some reason. You don't play any other games? Anyway, please like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.